I'm back, guys. I might have almost died from a blood clot and a knee surgery, but I am here making videos back to you. I know I told you guys that I was making more content coming up, and I'm switching from comp to content creating, but it's been really difficult with the knee surgery and this terrible setup I have, and then the blood clot that was in my vein that goes to my heart that could have killed me. We had a few fun days and an ER visit, but I am here making my video, and today's topic, I'm going to be talking about how I got actually worse when I switched to edit on release. The main issue I was trying to solve with trying to switch to edit on release on was the faster edits, so on high ping I could compete with other players. But I was already pretty good before I switched, and I thought it would just enhance me, and I'd be able to do the same angles that I've always done. But I thought I would be able to learn how to do the angles of edit on release, but it is a lot more difficult than you would think. And it relies a lot more on your aim, and if you don't have good flick aim or you're in a high sensitivity or something like that, it can be very difficult to hit peanut butters and then swing all the way to the shots. So I always had a bunch of problems recently with aim and stuff, and I thought the problem was just my aim, but it was more that, like, with the crosshair placement of edit on release makes it a lot worse. And I think while edit on release can be amazing for low ping and for outplaying people, taking people's walls and full piecing them, I don't think it's as good for high ping, because high ping really relies on angles mostly, and if you're not setting up the angles properly, you can really be hurting yourself in the end. I never really could have considered that this would be such a big change, and like I didn't think the mess up edits and stuff with edit on release was the biggest deal, but I had a lot of people look at my gameplay and stuff and point out things like I was making stupid angle edits even though I didn't mean to make the edits. You just kind of auto edit or like impulsively edit with edit on release, so you kind of pre-edit early or you mess up your angle. It's very possible to make perfect angles with edit on release, but like aim is a big thing that most people don't talk about with edit on release, is that you're gonna have to do a lot more angle flicks and angle swings, and you're not gonna have that perfect crosshair placement even if you're making the good angles. So it's definitely a trade-off, and I think in my case it really wasn't worth it because I'm definitely not the greatest aimer, and I think we've seen it in my performance that I've definitely gone downhill, and it even made me kind of quit Fortnite because I just wasn't having the success I needed to. Before I kind of wrap this video up and conclude the whole thing and talk about if you guys should personally switch, I wanted to talk about one more weakness that edit on release has, and it's a weird thing where you try to if the guy's box and you try to put a cone in his box, there's like a slight delay because you have to take your hand off and then on to press like the cone down. But if you have edit on release off, you can just hold the click button afterwards and put the cone right in. But because you edit on release, you have to take your clicker off to confirm the edit. It makes it just that much worse. It gives like a second delay to put the cone in the box. But of course, many pros get around it and are just used to it and are faster. But in high ping, you do have to think about that in another case, because that mistake, just not getting the cone in, can be the deciding factor if you quick dead the guy and get third partied or whatever. And lastly, I think to conclude it out is, how did you feel comfortable with your current playset? Is crosshair placement and mouse control an issue? Because I think edit on release off would be better suited for you. Or I get it if you're a fragger and you really just need the quick mechs and get quick deads, force 50-50s, and if you have really good piece control, you can really get away with it. Or if you have amazing aim, it really works well as a fragger. But if you're an IGL with not the greatest aim, or you just struggle with piece control and you need to get the cones in the box, then I would definitely start working on those angles with the edit on release off so you can really play it the best. And for high ping, depending if you're higher than 60 ping, I would recommend simple edit because it's just broken, and if you master it, you can really get kind of crazy. They just added it into tournaments. But if you're on a normal ping, for me, high ping, I think edit on release on is not the way, because while you might have faster edits to compete with the other people, you have to rely only on your aim basically and strategy in fights. You can't really rely on angles as much. And with high ping, if you're taking long fights and only hitting 30, 30, 30, and 30, at some point they're just going to take your wall and have the advantage and probably kill you or one pump you if you're missing your shots. So that's really it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It took me a really difficult time to get this video out, so I'd really appreciate you guys if you left a like. And I'm happy I survived. It definitely put a different kind of feeling in my life, so I kind of have a new passion to keep going. So thank you guys, and I hope you guys have an amazing night.
That lobby's the worst person I've ever seen in my life. Oh no, I only got done.
I'd like to see that from Big Zang.